Hello and welcome once again to Story Time at the North Pole. I am Grandpa Elroy and I'm an elf. So far, I have told you the stories of the hippo reindeer and Helen the Saint. But today I'm going to tell you the story of the first snowman ever. It was actually several snow people of many shapes and sizes. A whole village of them were made to look like all the races and different creatures of the land. They all had houses. There was even a snow dragon with a cave at the end of the village. This was the original wonder of the world. It was built by a group of people from different races. Elves, dwarfs, giants, even some of what would later be dark, evil, races helped, like the goblins and orcs, and they all put in their heart and magic. When they were all done, they came together and had a celebration, with dancing and music and a feast of all kinds of fruits. The celebration lasted for 8 days. On the 9th day everyone left except one person. It was the first albino pixie. Her name was Tulip. Tulip took her time walking around talking to all the snow people as if they were her new best friends. As she talked to them, she imagined that each one had its own life, and she gave each one a backstory. Tulip walked around enjoying the village and the people by herself for 8 days, laughing, smiling, enjoying the stories she had created for the snow. On the 9th day she was awakened by a snow puppy licking her face. "What? Oh my, what is that, you Flakes? How?" said Tulip. "Flakes, Flakes, where did you go, boy?" she heard somebody call. As she got up and followed Flakes around the corner, she saw several of the snow people and they were moving and talking for real. "Johnny, is that you and Mozzie and Little C?" "Hi, I'm Tulip," said Tulip. Johnny was a snow human boy and Mozzie was a snow elf child. C was a toddler goblin female and Flakes was her dog. What are you getting away from them kids now? Help, help, come quick, a stranger is trying to take our kids," said Mother Onul. Mother Onul was the town teacher. She didn't have any kids of her own. She was the only giant cave troll that lived in the village of the North Pole. Of course, this is almost 1,000,000 years before Santa Vixen and the last tribes will move here. Mother Onul was special because most giant cave trolls weren't very smart. In fact, most are very stupid, to be blunt about it. But Mother Onul was the smartest person I had ever met. Mother Onul scooped the kids up in one hand and Flakes in the other and ran down the one lane of the village. "Wait, Mother Onul, it's me, Tulip, I'm a friend," said Tulip. But they didn't hear her because others were coming screaming about what was going on. Tulip looked around. Tulip had awoken one end of the North Pole. Several of the adult male snow people were coming at her. Most of the snow people were gathering on the other side of town next to the snow cave. The first snowman to grab Tulip was Utar, the male orc snow person, and then Yaw, the male human father of Johnny. Yaw was the carpenter of the village, and Utar was the town chieftain. The three others that soon crowded around Tulip were Odie, Alab, and Etwok. Odie was the town baker and a dwarf father of Abby and married to Callie. Alab was the village doctor and a goblin and the father of Little C. Etwok was the village crafter, and he was an elf, a dark star elf. Dark star elves came to Earth on a pirate ship from the original world sent by the Creator to save creation after he had sacrificed himself to give free will life. But that is a different story. Today we are telling the story of the first snow people and creation of the North Pole. One of them pulled at her so hard she fell down. As they were dragging her back up, she was grabbing anything trying to get away. There was only snow, so Tulip made a snowball and threw it in the face of Utar, who was picking her up. This is where Tulip learned her first snow person secret, or in this case a weakness. Snow people can't help but join in a snowball fight once one starts. Tulip was immediately hit with a snowball from several snow people, and then they all started to throw them at each other, and they all started to laugh. Before she realized it, many of the snow people had built little snow forts, and large piles of snowballs appeared everywhere as if out of thin air. Even the women and children and snow animals all started to get in on the fun. As the snow people ran around, there were snowballs flying everywhere. Tulip dove in the nearest fort, which appeared empty. She grabbed several snowballs and started to throw them. As she threw her last snowball, she saw Little C was heading into heavy fire, so she rushed in and grabbed Little C and dove into another fort as the dragon dropped a giant snowball on the center of the village, where it hit many snow people, causing much laughter. As most of the town moved to dig out their buried friends, They all started to whisper about the stranger. "You saved me," said Little C. As Little C was hugging Tulip, several snow people came over, including Grandpa Rex. Grandpa Rex was every snow person's grandpa, and he was a T-Rex. "The tulip isn't bad. In fact, I think we should celebrate her with a little rhyme." "How about it, my dear?" said Grandpa Rex. Every snow person looked over to Grandma T-Tops, who was a Triceratops, and the grandma to all snow people, and she said this: "We all love to play in the snow, each flake individually beautiful just so. You can catch one in your hand, or if you're lucky on your tongue one might land. The snow will cover the scene, the snow can make the world look like a dream. You can build a great house out of snow, a place for all the snow people to go. The snow people love to dance, during a snowstorm it puts them in a trance. Have you ever tried snow people food? A good flavored ice cone can put you in a good mood. Snow people can travel on the wind, snow people want to be your friend. Snow people enjoy a good snowball fight, snow people enjoy the full moonlight. Perhaps to the beach one day the snow people might go, to surf a frozen wave while others cheer you go. Have you ever seen a snowbat, or maybe you have worn a snow hat? The snow people are about peace and joy. Have you ever given a snow child a toy? Snow people want you to be happy. A snow puppy can be real scrappy. Camille is the snow dragon queen. If you ever get to ride on her it would turn into a dream. At this, Camille the snow dragon queen lowered her wing for Tulip to climb on. As Tulip started to climb on Camille's wing, a strange wind started to blow, and the northern lights started to glow. As they took to the sky the snow started to fall, and they started to circle the little village over and over again. For a second it looked like Camille was making a giant tornado, but then it froze. As they landed back in the middle of the North Pole, all Tulip could tell is the village was now covered in a large clear globe, a snow globe. Many years later some of Tulip's friends went looking for her in the last place she was seen, where they had made the snow people. But when they got there all they could find a miniature version of the town and snow people inside of a snow globe. They knew a magic globe. The scene was never the same, and every once in a while they swore, they say Tulip in the village. Well, my friends, that is the end of Grandpa Elroy's story today. Until next time, stay blessed and keep the hope, my friends. Peace be with you. I wrote this story because I enjoy spreading hope and peace, though storytelling. Blessing and peace be with you.